Today I'm going to do my first ride on the Lectric XPeak 2.0 in the snow. I'm going to go over to Frances Slocum, which I've done before, and I have a video up on that. So I'm just going to ride around here a little bit in the yard to see how that feels. Alright, I only have it in pedal assist 1. This field is uphill slightly. Yeah, significantly different on 0. Yeah, 1 is pretty good. Let's see what 2 does for us here. A little bit steeper here. Oh yeah. Okay. Got some pretty decent stopping power. This isn't ice, but it's crusty. Okay, I think we're ready. Okay, we're on the way to the park now. I'm basically going to test this bike out in the snow on this ride. I've ridden this before and I have a video posted of this. It's going to be the majority of the ride. I'll cut some parts out that aren't too relevant or where there's just a waste of time. I'm going to tell you the passenger assist level that I'm at for the different parts of the trail that I'm trying to ride. I've rode the whole thing in gear 1, and you'll see the different things I had to pay attention to, or the way I needed to handle some of the terrain, and in combination with the pedal assist. It's not just punch it and go. I had to use a combination of the throttle and pedaling, etc. Alright, this is the Carverton Road entrance to Frances Slocum Trails. I always come in this area. Okay, let's try this. He's on passenger assist 1 right now. Looks like there's some bike tracks here. Someone came through.
The only thing with this bike compared to my regular mountain bike is the clearance. Nope. Yeah, the sprocket's going to hit the log there. I have a bash guard on my manual bike. I just fly over that. All right. I tried to kick it into passenger assist 5 and it started to go, but I did a wheelie and stopped. So that's interesting. I think I could pedal now. Try it. Oop. I didn't read that right. I haven't been up here for quite a while. So there's a lot of trees down. We've had a lot of wind. All right. Try this again now. Go. So it is something to get used to because it's trying to spin out. Okay. It's trying to spin out and it's trying to read what you're doing because it's got the torque sensor. I put it down to passenger assist 4. And we'll see if that doesn't spin as much. So there we go. There we go. Wow. So passenger assist 4 is too much. Passenger assist 2. That seems good. A little steeper. I kicked it in to passenger assist 3.
I apologize here. The camera angle is down too far. I believe I raised the camera up a little higher at one of the stops.
All right, put it back up to 4. It's getting steeper here. So it's interesting when you get kind of stopped dead on a route, you're obviously not pedaling, and the sensor doesn't sense you pedaling, so it doesn't assist. So you'll have to be ready, at least on the electric, to hit the throttle at that point to keep it going until you get over that route. Well, so far it's a pretty good workout. I haven't ridden in about a month, I'd say. Maybe a little less. Okay. So, get past the route. There we go. All right. Assist. Wow, there's just so many things down here. This one's a tough one, even on a manual bike, because it's at an angle. I might try to move it if it's not too heavy. Yeah, I'm not gonna spend my time on that. All right. It kind of sucks because it's a nice flow coming down this, and you can make it through the trees here. Clean these logs out of here. But it really slows the flow down. I think I hit my sprocket on this rock last time. It's just low enough, or high enough I should say, to hit there. Because there's a piece of plastic broken. Okay. Oh, shoot. Whew. Well, that's a lot tougher than I thought it would be. Yeah, without the momentum, I can't get this here. All right, we're at the top. Okay, so something I knew but never really ran into is I'm on the hill, and if I have my handbrake on, the throttle doesn't go. So I can't have the wheel kind of holding me and then get ready to go, because if I leave the handbrake go, the bike's going to go backwards. So that's kind of it's awkward to figure that out. Fat tires seem to make a lot of difference from my 26-inch manual bike. It's got the skinny tires. I think it would be doing a lot more dancing around. And these are just kind of floating on here. These bike tracks are pretty fresh. I think they were here today. Can't get over that either. Let's go around this one. Wow. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I was on a more level ground and I was able to get pedaling. But on a hill, it's just doesn't work well. Wow, that's a big one. A lot of cleanup to be done here. Which way? Hang on. I guess we'll go this way. Well, all right, that was stupid. Oh boy. Wow. Well, that would be you in trouble with the manual bike. They got some logs here, but I don't know if that'd be enough for me to get over. Shoot. Wow. Yeah, I might be able to get over from this side, but I don't know about the other side. That's a tricky one. All right. Let's try this now. Passenger assist 5. Get us going here. Pedal. Keep your finger on the throttle. Another one. Woodpecker. Okay. Well, I figured I won't be able to make this turn. It's a pretty much just a complete tight turn. So, all right, put it on 5. Yeah. Yeah. Make it over this one. Here we go. Wow. All right, I started out down there on 5. Now I'm on 3 because I do want to get a little bit of work out here. This section is fairly smooth, so we hit some down trees, but maybe do this one. Yeah. This section is tough going up on the manual bike when it's summer. Okay, now this is a downhill. So put it down on 0 passenger assist. Well, the snow is unforgiving no matter what kind of tires you have. I turned a little too much there and it just gets caught. Passenger assist 2. Back up. There we go. This is it. Starting to go uphill here. Two's working good. Still on 2. I believe there was a down the tree here the last time I rode. I know it's further down. Yep. Let's see, did they clear it out? Yep, they got it. That's good. Right here. Awesome. That takes us back up to where we just went up and around. So I'll go this way. All right. Whoop. This takes you to the dam. Some people can go over that. I can't get over that. Turn right here. Passenger assist 2 still going strong here. Okay, I think I'm off my normal trail. I'll go on this. This one goes along the water, and I believe it comes out. Where the round cement things are in the pond. I haven't been down this way in a long time. Shoot. All right. So I had to carry the bike over that tree. Okay, this is a paved road. I don't know if it used to go straight through the park over to Carverton Road or what. There's telephone poles here. It was probably before they dammed up the lake. It's just a nice straight section. And we get to go over some water. I don't know what it's going to be like. I don't want to get wet. I just turned pedal assist off completely. This is pretty rough because you're trudging through that crust. It's slightly downhill. Well, this is all grown in. You used to be able to walk your bike through the water here, walk on the rocks, and go through the water. Let's see. That's not too bad. Probably could ride across there, but I don't know if it'll break through or not. It's been pretty cold. This is a slight upgrade here. And there's actually a trail on the left up here we can get back on. I'll go to the end of the paved road and then double back to the trail here. Passenger assist 1 on this upgrade. Yep, there's the trail there. There's one there too. It's a branch off that kind of goes to a triangle. is all probably WPA walls here. Okay, this is Mount Olivet Road. And then this road goes, there's a parking place up the top of this, a little ways up to get in the park. They still have wires running through here. I don't know if that goes to the development. The park is a development on the other side of the park. Nope, just too steep. Well, I might as well keep walking because there's a log up here. Ooh, it just hits. So with the weight, my weight on the bike, squishing the tires a bit, we definitely would hit there. All right, passenger assist 3. All right, oh, there's a little bit. Nope. I had that on 3. 5 may have been able to do it. I don't know. It's all momentum.
Okay, this part here was just all at an angle, and I just kept stopping and couldn't make it through here. So I was going to skip ahead to when I get back on the trail that I could actually ride.
Okay, so that was annoying, I should say, I guess. It's going up the hill, and then I started going on this trail, and there was a whole like 20 feet of all kinds of small branches and stuff that a tree knocked down, so I had to go around that. So now I'm on what looks like a pretty good straightaway here. I don't recall where this comes out. Everything comes out to generally the same trails, but I'm not that familiar with this specific trail. So the guy that was walking is taking this, so I'll follow him. All right. Passenger assist 3, because it's uphill here and a little bit. All right. Well, I'm not really familiar with this area here. There's the water, so I don't feel like going up that. I'll have to walk it up anyway, so we'll go down this. Passenger assist 3 still. That's where I had to go over the tree. Now, I haven't ridden these trails here on the outskirts. This is not my normal trails with this bike, so I don't know if I would have been able to make it. Probably would have made it without the snow. Oh. Boy, oh boy. This is where I came down before, I think. Huh. I think I'm gonna go that way. Yep, there's my trail tracks. So I think I came down this actually. So I'm gonna go this way, see where that goes.
Well, this was a mistake, and it wasn't very far, but it went basically to a dead end. So I doubled back and ended up getting back on the main trail. So I'm going to cut this part out.
All right, that wasn't too bad. This park is not that big. So if you do get off track somewhere, it doesn't take long to get back on. So just right down at the bottom of this is where I was, and I went in the woods a little bit there and it was not going anywhere. So I came back and there's a trail right here and I came right up here. I'll just pick up on this and go from there. Shit. Well, that was pedal assist 3. This isn't too steep. I may have been able to keep it together if I had it on 5. But once you lose it with your front wheel, that's it. You're done. I have it on 5 now. And the problem is it's pushing you and you have to steer it then and not get caught up on anything. So that's a challenge also. Oh, pedal assist 5. All right. Pedal assist 3. I think this one will work. Yep. now I'm back on. This is my normal loops that I do. I haven't ridden regularly here for, oh gosh, 9 years maybe longer, I'm not sure. Used to ride every Tuesday. Pedal assist 3. This is pretty steep. You would think they would get caught on that. I got caught on something that was about that back there, but it's all about the pitch and the slant. Thought I would slide on that rock. It's a flagstone, but it's so crusted it just gripped it. Now, all right, so that's where we went up when we first started out, I believe. So let's go out this way. Keep it going. There we go. Wow, this is like a war zone. I'm not even sure the way you would go normally. Wow. All these probably ash trees, I think. This is what my tree looked like that we had to get cut down. And then the bases rot and then the wind just knocks them down. Okay. Well, boy, there's just broken trees everywhere. Let's see if we can make it not too far until we get out. Pedal assist, I'll put it on 5 and get up this hill. Let's see, can we do it? Ah, shoot. Nope. Wow. Even if my weight was on the back wheel, I don't think it would make it up here if it slowed down. So power assist 2. It's a little bit of an uphill here, not too bad. We're down to 1. No, this is getting pretty steep here now. Back up to 2. I'm going most of the work here. Okay. And we're out. Oh, that was a pretty good workout. Let's see what we got here. 4.2 miles, which doesn't 4.2 miles, which doesn't seem like far, but on a mountain bike trail, it's further than when you're on more work than when you're on a road trip. I started out with a full battery. I'm at 48.3 volts. So that was starting out at like 53, 54 volts. And that was an hour and 23 minutes with whatever it was to stop and look at those logs. And then probably a good 15 minutes of walking up some of the worst hills. Okay, that's it. It was December 27th, Saturday, December 27th.